Space, the final compliance frontier. Our vessel is a fund, built, audited, and cleared to launch from her home port, Luxembourg. Her mission? To reach investors right across the Union. But no ship crosses a border on courage alone. She needs clearance. Fascinating.
How does one fund reach 27 member states without 27 separate authorizations?
A single market requires a single logic. Trademarked requires a single logic. Logic dictates two classes of vessel. The UCITS fund, harmonized, retail-friendly, built for the many, and the alternative investment fund, bespoke, powerful, reserved for professionals who understand the risks. Same ambition, very different rules of passage. Know your vessel before you set a course. Behold the passport. Authorize the vessel once, at home, and the whole Union opens before her. The forward screen ignites with a rout of light, node to node, capital to capital. This, the Logician notes, is the most elegant machinery the single market ever built. But elegance has a protocol. Before the vessel may trade in a new system, her home authority, Luxembourg's regulator, the CSSF, transmits her file to the host authority. Regulator speaks to regulator. Only when the channel is confirmed may she drop anchor and offer her shares. Notify first, market second. Now, a subtle distinction. Pre-marketing is a scouting mission, testing whether professionals would even welcome a fund not yet cleared. Marketing is the offer itself. Confuse the two and you have jumped the queue. And should an investor subscribe soon after your scouting, the rules treat it as marketing all along. The ensign brightens. What if the investor hails us first? Reverse solicitation, the passenger who boards at their own exclusive initiative. It exists, but the logician's eyebrow climbs. A narrow airlock, he warns, rely upon it, and regulators watch it closely. Not all passengers are alike. The professional investor reads the stars and accepts the risk. The retail investor must be shielded, so the rules raise stronger fields around them. Clearer information, tighter conduct, greater care. Classify every passenger correctly before you let a single one aboard. For retail, one document rules them all. The key information document, the KID, born of the PRIIPs regulation. 3 short panels, costs, risks, and what you might gain or lose. The Logician approves. A briefing card, he says, that even a nervous first officer can read before the jump to warp. Once, every world demanded a local paying agent, a costly outpost on every planet. The cross-border rules changed that. Now the vessel need only provide facilities, a way for retail investors to subscribe, redeem, be paid, and be heard. No embassy required, but the door must always answer. A signal fires across the bridge, the truth beam. Every marketing communication must be identifiable as such, fair, clear, and show the reward, and show the risk beside it, just as loudly. The Logician nods. Symmetry, he says. The universe insists upon it. Beyond the Union's frontier lie third country vessels, funds from outside the bloc. For them, no automatic passport. They must dock through national private placement regimes, world by world, each with its own conditions. Harder, slower, operation and transparency are proven. A fund rarely travels alone. It moves through a chain of distributors and intermediaries, each docking gate a checkpoint. And at every gate, know your customer. Verify who boards, where their wealth was born, and whether the shadow of laundered money follows them. Screen first. Always. Sometimes a vessel must withdraw from a system. The cross-border rules grant a clean retreat, denotification. Announce it, honor every existing investor, keep the facilities open for them all, then stand down. Even a graceful exit, sir. Leaving is regulated too. Then, red alert. Something moves in the nebula. Not a person, not a flag, but a mechanism. Distribution without clearance. Promises without the risk beside them. Passengers sold a voyage they never understood. The klaxon glows vermilion. The captain's voice is steel. Shields up. The operator steps forward. A device charges in her hand, vermilion and precise. She locks onto the mechanism, the missing notification, the misleading claim, and disarms it, piece by piece. Compliance is not the enemy of the voyage. Compliance is the reason the voyage survives. Calm returns. On the view screen, the home port glows. Luxembourg. Not the largest star, but the most trusted harbor in the fleet, from which funds sail to 70 nations and more. Obergesight, substance self, the ghost of approval. Well kept, he says. The route reopens. The vessel, notified, passported, honest in every signal, glides on to her next world. No alert, no shadow, a small honeygold companion, channels and protected passage. Course, steady. The ensign understands at last. So the rules aren't walls, she says. They're the map of safe passage. Precisely. Regulation is not the opposite of ambition. It is how ambition arrives intact. Fascinating, is it not? From home port to distant investor, one logic carries the fund across the Union. Passport, notification, protection, and truth. Live long and comply. Regulation, it turns out, is simply how good funds reach good people, safely. This is the policy. This is the way. Stream the law, skip the bill.